Hello, I'm Dr. Mark Dailey. I want to thank you for taking a moment to watch this video. This is going out on my health tips as well, so I hope this is helpful to you. Remember to share this with a friend. Today we're going to talk about the elimination diet. The elimination diet is a process of isolating foods that could potentially cause the immune system to overreact. The question is, how do you find out what foods may be irritating you and what foods may be nourishing you? Well, over many years, practitioners around the globe have found that taking potentially irritating foods such as gluten, dairy, soy, eggs, yeast, and corn out of the diet for a period of weeks and then adding them back in can cause changes in a person's body that will clue them in to what works and what doesn't. For example, numerous patients who have come to my practice over the years have experienced migraines, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, of course, is a big one, joint pain, bowel discomfort, stomach problems, and other ailments that were never resolved using traditional medicine treatments or medical treatments. In many cases, these problems persisted or even got worse over time. When these people eliminated potentially problematic foods for 3 or 4 weeks using the elimination diet, amazing things started to happen. Decades of rheumatoid arthritis, chronic fatigue syndrome, headaches, fibromyalgia, stubborn belly fat, unexplained diarrhea, nausea, and constipation all began to resolve. So the elimination diet is a program of eating designed to calm inflammation and balance the body. Once the body is calm and the disease symptoms diminish, it becomes noticeable to a person when a troubled food is eaten and the symptoms come back. Our elimination program starts with a detoxification phase, followed by a phase where you slowly add back in the foods that are potentially problematic. Phase 1 is sort of like a baseline diet consisting of foods that normally don't cause an immune response and are anti-inflammatory. When you eat foods that your body does not tolerate, you'll have a high amount of chemicals circulating in your blood that regulate inflammation. Inflammation is a sign of your immune system battling something. Anytime you have a battle, you may have collateral damage. So if foreign cells are being attacked by your immune system, good cells are also damaged. Now, if you've been eating, let me say, if you have been causing damage in your body 3 or 4 times a day by the foods you eat, then not only will stopping the damage help you, but by eating these beneficial foods, you'll get the positive beneficial chemicals into your body in the form of food, so your body will start to heal itself. So those are 2 real positive components. You're going to eliminate things that are causing damaging inflammation, and then you're going to be adding foods that provide nourishment. From here, we begin to introduce foods back into the diet one by one to note any reaction. We're slowly adding back foods that sometimes cause irritation in people. These foods may include nightshade vegetables, fish, bananas, kiwi. We're going to take it slow. Then the challenge phase consists of adding back in foods that often cause irritation in most people to some degree. These foods may include gluten, oats, corn, soy, dairy, eggs, and yeast. You'll introduce one food at a time. You may want to eat a serving of the food in the morning, then look for symptoms. If no symptoms, after a few hours, then eat another serving and wait again for the rest of the day and look for symptoms. So what symptoms might you be looking for? Well, some of you, the symptoms will be outright obvious. You could have literally explosive diarrhea. Some may just have runny stool. You could have gas and bloating. They could be mild, they could be major, but they're still signs of a food sensitivity. Could be fatigue. Some people eat gluten and they want to run and go to sleep. Or MSG, they want to run and go to sleep. Could be a headache. Literally anything that makes you feel bad. So you'll be looking for things that are out of the ordinary. And then what you'll do is once you've eaten that food, then stop eating it again. Wait for 3 days. If you've had a reaction, wait for 3 days to clear the food back out of your body, and then move on to the next food to see if you're sensitive to it. If there was no sensitivity, still take the food out of your diet and then add in the next foods that you may be sensitive to in the order that I mentioned earlier. So those are some things for you to consider. But to look at a few additional benefits to the program, some people lose weight. Now, a lot of it is water weight from the inflammation in the very beginning. Then eventually, as your body becomes more efficient and your digestive system begins to get in sync, you'll start to lose excess fat. People who are underweight will tend to gain weight. People who have loss of energy will start to feel energy again. They'll start to have a better outlook in life. Most people really don't want to go back to their old eating habits because they feel so good. We've lost connection to the food that we eat. Remember, the things you put in your mouth change the way you look, change the way you feel, change the way you think. They change everything about you. Nearly every aspect of your physical and emotional body is altered when you do this diet properly. I want to thank you so much for taking time to watch the video, and I wish you the very best of health.